What's up, everybody? My name's Chad, and this is my channel, Charleston Car Videos. Been around here on YouTube since 2011. I actually started doing YouTube videos, though, back in 2008. But anyways, today I wanted to kind of quickly talk with some of the people out there that may be searching to buy a Jeep Wrangler. Whether you live here in the Charleston area in South Carolina, or maybe even live in California, Texas, Canada, wherever you live at, okay? I want to talk with y'all about Jeeps. I've been working here at this Jeep dealership now for about 5 to 6 months, and I think I got a little bit of knowledge now where I can talk with y'all about buying a pre-owned Jeep or versus a new Jeep, something like that. So anyways, stay tuned. This is just my opinion, but please get in the comments section and share your opinion as well today here on the channel. Let's get started. All right, everybody, so to get started on this cool, cold November day, I want to show you how many Jeeps are really out here at this dealership I'm working at. I mean, we're talking about all the way down there, that yellow YJ with the LS V8 swap in it, and then the rest going down are all 4-door Unlimiteds. Now, most of the 4-door Unlimited Jeeps that we sell, they call them JKUs. The ones we keep out here are going to start around 2007. And we kind of start plateauing out there around 2010 to 2012. You won't see a whole lot of 2013s. I mean, we do have one of those, but you definitely won't see a whole lot of 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, the JLs, the JLUs, or anything like that, okay? At our store, we're selling used Jeeps, and we're trying to keep our price range somewhere around $20,000 and under. So that's kind of the game plan on the 4-door Jeeps. Now let me show you the 2-doors. 2-door Jeeps here at the dealership are going to be anywhere from TJs, YJs, just a little bit of YJs, and then JKs. So a JK Jeep is a 2007 and up, has a 3.8 liter. In 2012, they decided to put a 3.6 liter in it. A lot of people rave about 3.6 and aren't as big of fans as 3.8s, but 3.8 is still pretty reliable. It'll get the job done, okay? But if you can really find yourself a 2-door Jeep that you want to go off-roading with and all, something like this is perfect. A TJ, somewhere 06 and down, 4.0 liter, with a little lift kit on it, this, that, and the other. It's a great Jeep to get out there and have fun. We also carry Jeeps like this over here, which is called a 2-door Unlimited, also called the LJ Jeep. Basically, an LJ is just a longer wheelbase Jeep with more rear room in the back for back passengers and more cargo space. As you can see, we keep a pretty fair amount of these on ground. We don't always have a ton of LJs, but right now we got about 4 or 5 in stock. I mean, here's an 06 for $15,900 with 82,000 miles on it. It's pretty much stock. We got more TJs. So again, a lot of stuff like this. And of course, there's over 75 to 100 Jeeps in inventory here at this dealership. And he also keeps Jeeps at a different location. So when we run out of them, he's got some more to bring in on the lot. But we got a few CJs. We got a CJ8 Scrambler out here somewhere. And, a little bit of everything. So we love Jeeps. But again, we won't have a whole lot of Jeeps from 2015 and up, just because of the price range. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. Because a lot of y'all out there looking to buy a Jeep, you're going to really say, man, maybe I want to go to the dealership and buy a new one. And I'm going to try to kind of give you some examples on why to go used versus new, but then a few advantages on why buy new if you do decide to go that route. So I went online today and I did a little bit of research, just quick research on Google, typed in 2019 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited pricing, right? And, stuff that pops up on there is new Jeeps starting at $31,000, right? And then, you can get a Rubicon for $41,000. And again, I'm not talking about the Gladiator Jeep right now because that's in a whole nother category. And there's not a whole lot of used ones even out there right now. But what I'm kind of drilling into today is the 4-door Jeeps and 2-doors. But anyways, realistically here, if you want to go to a new car dealership, a franchise store, and buy a brand spanking new JKU, you're going to be in that mid to low 30 range and going up into the 40s and even possibly in the 50s, depending on what you're going to get. Now, here's the thing. You know, a lot of people right now are hot on Jeeps. They all want one. They're fun. You can drop the tops on them. You know, you can go off-roading in them. You can go to the beach. I mean, there's just so much you can do. And they make so many accessories for Jeeps where you can really deck them out and make them look just the way you want it to kind of fit your style, per se. Right? But here's the thing. It's a lot of money, right? I mean, Jeeps hold up their resale value. I think at one point there, I heard that Jeep Wranglers were like #1 for holding up their resale value out of all American vehicles. And I think that's probably still true even today. Now, I'm going to show you a few examples of a few four-door Jeeps that are under $15,000. Now, this is kind of what you're going to find out there throughout the marketplace or on the internet for the price range of a Jeep. Here's a 2007 JKU. It's got some wheels on it, a small lift kit, a few little extras, right? This Jeep is priced out, and again, this is the first year for the four-door Jeep with a 3.8 liter under the hood. If you want to buy a Jeep like this and you're trying to stay under $15,000, here's one for $14,590, okay? $14,590. Now, they had it at $15,990 when it first started, and about a month or so after that, they went ahead and dropped it down, give us something to work with here so we could sell this vehicle a little bit quicker. But let me tell you, guys and girls, still even today, with 168,000 miles on this Jeep, automatic, but four-wheel drive, let's pay attention to that, four-wheel drive, automatic, JKU with 168,000 miles, is still going for $14,590 at a pre-owned dealership. Now, you may be able to go on Facebook Marketplace and find one for sale, private party, from a person that's got it at their house or something like that, and you may be able to find one for $12,900, $13,900, $14,000, something like that. But let me tell you, guys and girls, one advantage from buying from a dealership like this here at Rogers Wranglers, they go through these Jeeps here at the store. They service the Jeeps. They make sure that they are in tip-top shape to be able to be sold. If they need things replaced, they replace them. You know, they're going to make sure this Jeep is just right before you take it home. Now, most people that are private party sellers, they're selling their Jeep just the way it is right there at their house, okay? Now, I will tell you that most people that drive Jeep Wranglers, they take care of their Jeeps. You know, I don't see a whole lot of Jeep Wranglers coming in, even from the auctions or even when we buy them from customers, that aren't somewhat well taken care of. I mean, this is a different type of vehicle here, you know? It's different than buying a Buick Verano or a GMC or a Hyundai or something like that. Those are just basic A to B type vehicles to get you down the road to work and all that. When someone's buying a Wrangler, they really seem to love it. They take care of it. And they enjoy having their car. You know, you want to look nice riding down the road in your Jeep, right? Now, of course, a lot of people do go off-roading in them, and we got a lot of them out here that have been off-roading in, but then we also have a lot of them that are just regular Jeeps going down the road, going to the mall and work. And that's really the great thing about a JKU, is you don't have to go four-wheeling in it. You can still have a Jeep and go back and forth to work and just have a good time with the family in it. So that's a great advantage of this. But if you want to go off-road, you can do it, even with your Jeep just sitting like that right there, right? That's pretty cool. Now, what I really want to talk about with you today is maybe some advantages on buying a pre-owned Jeep over going and buying a brand new Jeep. You know, the first advantage that you're going to gain is the money, right? I mean, you're going to save a lot of money going the used price, right? I mean, take a look at that 2012 JKU Sahara back there. Beautiful Jeep. It's got some nice features on it. Smitty built front bumper, Smitty built soft top. I mean, it's got some nice stuff on it, right? That's a 2012 with around 150,000 miles on it, and it's just a little bit under the 20,000 range. So, I mean, you're going to save over 10 grand right off the rip buying a Jeep that's maybe 5, 6, 7 years older than buying a 2019 or 2020. I think everybody understands that, right? You're gonna save money. Let's take a look at this one here. This is a 2013 Jeep Rubicon. Manual transmission, beautiful Jeep. We're talking a Jeep now that's 6 years old. Now, there's not gonna be a whole lot of difference from this Jeep and a 2019. I mean, yeah, there is a few differences, and I'm going to show you a new one here, or a newer one here in a few minutes. But, I mean, the front of the Jeep is pretty much just about the same. I think on the JLs in 2018 and up and all, you know, got a little bit different bumper. They even got this thing blocked off right here, which I had a customer not too long ago that had one, brought her Jeep by and had us take that thing out of there. But again, I mean, for the most part, a 2019 looks kind of similar to a 2013. I mean, there is a few differences, right? Of course there is. I mean, they got to make them different, right? But at the end of the day, it still looks like a Jeep. Now, we will take a look at the interior of this. Now, I will tell you, a 2019 JL is a good bit different on the interior. I mean, it's definitely really nice, right? A brand new Jeep. You know, it always feels nice going and buying yourself a brand new car with no miles on it. Nobody's been driving it. You know, it's yours and all that, right? But again, you know, at the end of the day, you really got to consider pricing. I mean, here's a 2013 with 127,000 miles on it. It's going to be up for sale. It's a Rubicon for a little bit over the $20,000 range, right? So still probably saving yourself over 10 grand buying pre-owned. I mean, really go in there on a financial calculator, everybody, and see what $10,000 will do on a monthly payment if you are somewhat, you know, money, or you're concerned about how much money you're spending on a vehicle. There is those people out there that can just go right to the store and buy them a brand new vehicle, go buy them a brand new Gladiator, and, you know, don't have to stress so much about $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. I mean, there's those people out there. They just got it like that, right? But then there's a lot of people out there like myself that do have to be very cautious on how much money we're spending, how much interest is getting, you know, put into the factors, and how much your monthly payments are, car insurance, and all that. I'm sure some of y'all can agree, I mean, that everyone is somewhat concerned on how much money they're spending on a monthly basis on a vehicle that they're driving. Now take a look at this Jeep here, everybody. This is a 2003 Jeep Wrangler Sport that we had just purchased not too long ago to put in our inventory. Now I'm going to show you kind of real quickly here a little bit of it, right? Not a bad looking Jeep. I'm liking the color, that burgundy. You don't see a whole lot of TJs in that color, you know, at least I haven't. Not a bad looking Jeep. It's got some nice little extras. At the store it was at before, they were trying to sell it for $11,700. They dropped it down to $99.50 for an 03. No accidents, no damage, 8 previous owners. Holy mackerel. But I mean, this is looking really good right in here. It's got the 4.0 liter that everybody loves, 124K on the miles. I mean, this is pretty sweet, right? Not bad. And again, it's a TJ. Some of those real Jeepers out there, they realize that this right here is the Jeep that you may want when you're doing your off-roading and all. And that motor seems to last up to 300,000 to 400,000 miles if you well maintain it. But can you see Jeeps really hold up their value? I mean, an 03 still going for $10,000. You know, one thing's for sure, if you go out and buy yourself a new Jeep or even a pre-owned Jeep, it's one of those vehicles that kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of like making an investment, really, right? I mean, you buy it, you drive it, you have fun with it, and then one day you sell it, and actually you feel good that you're selling it because you're actually making some of your money back. I mean, what other vehicle out there, especially an American vehicle, that you're going to be able to do that with, right? A Jeep. Well, we're walking around a little bit looking at our Jeeps today. You know, I think the main thing I can say on reasoning on why to buy a pre-owned Jeep versus going out and buying a brand new Jeep, it really comes down to the money at the end of the day, doesn't it? Always does. Okay, here's a 2010 Jeep Wrangler, 4-wheel drive, lift kit, rock sliders, XD series wheels, Falcon tires. Really good looking, right? Automatic. Going for around $22,900. That Jeep right there we're looking at has 125,000 miles on it, and it's going for $23,000. Now again, I know a lot of people say, man, that's a lot of money for a 2010 when right now we're in 2019, or when you're watching this video in 2020. But again, guys, these Jeeps hold up their value. You know, you really got to think about it, guys and girls, okay? Again, I'm trying to talk to some of the people out there that have never owned a Jeep before, and because we're getting customers coming in right now. We're getting moms, we're getting dads saying, hey, my daughter, my son wants a Jeep. You know, they're in high school, they want a Jeep, right? I mean, Here in the Charleston area right now, Jeeps are super popular. I mean, they're all over the roads, but I'm trying to talk to some of y'all that have never owned a Jeep before. Please remember, everyone, that a Jeep is almost like a toy. You know, it's fun. It's not just your typical A to B vehicle. You're gonna have a great time in it. Do understand this too. You can get in here and you can drive it. You can drive it from here to Texas if you want to, but it's not gonna drive like that Lexus LS 460 over there. It is not a luxury vehicle, soft, comfortable ride, okay? A Jeep is a Jeep. It rides a little rough. It sits up higher. It's fun. It also is not a vehicle that is gonna have tons and tons of horsepower, as in, oh, I'm at the stoplight, let me smoke a Camaro, okay? This is more of a torquey type vehicle made to go up hills, climb over rocks, ditches, going down trails and up trails. It's an off-road vehicle. It's a 2018 Jeep Wrangler. So you can get a little bit look at the difference here, right? Your fenders are different, right? Fenders are different. Got a little different design there. The hood's got a little bit of a cowl to it, right? This one here was all stock, and actually last week we put a lift kit on it, which looks really nice. The soft top is a little different, just the way it's styled. You know, the top of the soft top looks like it's got some padding or something up there, right? The tail lights are a little different as well. Front bumper, as you'll notice right here, on this 2018, it had a piece of plastic right there, and we actually took that out. But you do got a little bit different front bumper. The grill's got a little different look to it. I did like how they put in the headlight there, the little Jeep grill right in there, but the hood's a little different. Other than that, you know, the windshield's about the same for the most part. It seems like it slants back a little bit more. Fender flares are different. Top looks really nice. I like how the top kind of does that right there. Looks kind of neat. Again, it looks like it has a lot more padding, a little more cushy feel to it. Tail lights are a little different design, along with the back bumper, the tailgate, and all of that. But for the most part, I mean, it's not too much different. You know, if you're riding down the road, us Jeeper people, we can tell the difference in a JL versus a JKU or JLU. But again, I mean, you got to think about it, guys and girls. I mean, if you want a Jeep Wrangler like this right here, a sport, automatic, four-wheel drive, you could be spending $38,000 to $40,000 real quick. All right, everybody, once again, all I can really say today is it's pricing. That's the main thing, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, you think about it, you go, man, do I really want to spend that much money to have a little bit different front bumper, different tail light, hood, fender, to have a little bit more updated look? Yeah, the interior is going to be a lot cleaner, a lot more techie stuff in it. You know, I get that. You like those things. I understand that. But again, is it all really worth that extra $10,000, $20,000? Now, if you really are concerned about the motor and you don't want a 3.8 liter, well, just bump up from 2012 and up and find you a 3.6 like this right here. Okay, guys? I mean, here's a 2012 3.6 manual transmission. Okay, 89,000 miles on it, so mileage is great. It's got good looking wheels. It's got a lift kit on it, a hard top. I mean, it's a really beautiful Jeep. And here's the price. $22,900. $22,900 at a dealership, guys. 89,000 miles. So you can find 2012s with the engine that you like for in that low to mid $20,000 range with still under 100,000 miles. If you really want to jump and go and find something with 40,000 miles, 30,000 miles, just know that this price tag is going to jump up to 28 to 30. And at that point, you might as well go and get you a brand new Jeep. If you're going to spend $30,000, you might as well go get you a new one. Just saying. Now, here's a few advantages. If you do go up and you decide, hey, I want to get a new one, if you get A+ credit, you'll get a better interest rate, okay? So interest rate will always be a lot lower on a brand new vehicle. You also get a great warranty on a new vehicle, so that's always a plus, right? So lower interest rate, great warranty, but do remember your price is going to be up there. Now think about this. You go to your bank and get a loan on a 2012 with 89,000 miles on it. you probably have an interest rate that's a little bit higher than what you would do on a new one. And you can always purchase an aftermarket warranty if you're really concerned about the warranty. But you're going to save quite a bit of money going with the 2012. But again, you know, it all comes down to what you want to do at the end of the day, doesn't it? It really does. I would love for some of y'all to get in the comments section today here on the YouTube channel and really give me your thoughts and opinions on buying new versus used, or why you would buy a used one versus a new one, or vice versa, okay? Now, before this video ends, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to say a few more things here, and I'm going to give you a few reasons why to buy at Rogers Wranglers here in North Charleston if you're looking for a used Jeep. So here's one reason why to buy at Rogers Wranglers if you live in the Carolinas or near our town here of North Charleston, South Carolina. We got a huge selection of used Jeeps, guys and girls. You know, it's always nice to go somewhere and not them having just a few Jeeps or 5 or 10 Jeeps, if they even have that. I mean, we have over 75 to 100 used Jeeps in inventory at Rogers Wranglers. Not all of them are online on our website, but just give me a call or send me a message and let me know what you're looking for. So we got a lot of them, right? That's definitely an advantage at Rogers Wranglers compared to some other dealerships that you're looking at. Another great reason to shop at Rogers Wranglers is we love Jeeps. We got a passion for it. Our service guy, Mr. Bo, the owner, Mr. Rod, they love Jeep Wranglers. Well, first of all, they own Jeeps themselves, okay? And of course, the owner owns all of the Jeeps, but these guys drive Jeeps. They did the Jeep thing before they even started selling Jeeps out here. So that tells you something. They got a passion for the four-wheel driving stuff, the off-roading stuff. They're gonna also make sure that you're taken care of. Even if you don't finance a Jeep with us, and let's say you just buy one yourself and you don't get our warranty program on it, let me tell you something, guys and girls. We're going to make sure you're all right in your Jeep. Just ask people, look online, read our reviews with our customers and see what they have to say. I mean, the Jeep community all throughout the Charleston and South Carolina area, a lot of people know Rogers Wranglers, and we all meet up and do the same thing. So you got to take care of your customers. You take care of us, folks, we'll take care of you, vice versa. So there's some advantages there, and we're going to make sure these Jeeps are in tip-top shape before they roll out after you purchase it. Another great thing about Rogers Wranglers, if you need help with financing, we got you help there, okay? Let me tell you this. Let's say you really want a Jeep so bad, you know? And you're saying to yourself, man, I don't have the credit to be able to afford to go to the bank and get a loan for it, right? I can't go to the new car store because, you know, I just don't have the credit to be able to go out and buy a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 Jeep. Well, let me tell you what the owner told me. Baby steps, Chad. He said, baby steps. Now, what does baby steps really mean at the end of the day? And I don't care if you're my age, 38 years old. I don't care if you're 20 years old, 40 years old, however old you are. Baby steps go for everybody, right? Start out and buy yourself a Jeep at a lower price range to kind of get in the groove of being a Jeeper, especially if you're going to go out there and have a little fun on the off-road. You know, there's a lot of folks I see out there on the trails when we go off-roading and all when I'm doing my filming, and they got 2019s and brand new Jeeps, getting them dirty, roughed up, scratched up, running through the trails. That's all fine and dandy and all, okay? But you go out and spend $50,000 on a Jeep and then tell me if something major happens out there on that trail and you mess something up on your Jeep, you better darn well have the money to be able to go ahead and fix that once it's done. So the guys that are out there doing that kind of stuff, they got a lot of confidence in their Jeep, and they must have pretty good pockets there to be able to fix whatever needs fixing on that Jeep if something happens. Now, here's the thing, guys, on the finance side, right? Baby steps. Like that green Jeep we looked at earlier that was for sale at another place for around $10,000. We always keep TJs out here and a few JKUs under $12,000. We'll finance it in-house with you. Now, let me explain how that works on this next clip. All right, guys and girls, we're going to use this JKU for an example here. This is a in-house buy type deal at Rogers Wranglers. So here's a 2007 being sold for $12,998. If you want to finance in-house with no credit check, okay, we don't pull credit, we don't care about your credit, we don't care about how much money you make every month, we don't care about any of that kind of stuff, folks. All we care about is 3 simple steps, okay? Right here, $3,250 down, okay? If you can do $3,250 cash down, we'll finance the Jeep for you. We're going to set you up with a 3-year payment program. You'll be paying bi-weekly every 2 weeks. If you want to go monthly, you got to explain that to the man on the inside, our finance manager. But again, you come to Rogers Wranglers with $3,250 cash down, and we will finance with no credit check on this Jeep, okay? Now, what else do you need to be able to do that, right? Well, you're going to need to have a valid driver's license. That makes sense, right? Or passport. You're also going to need to have full coverage car insurance. So full coverage insurance, valid driver's license or passport, and your cash down payment. That's all you need, and we will walk inside of there, sit down, run the payments for you. If you're comfortable at the payment that you're going to pay, we'll sign your paperwork, and you will be driving off this lot with a Jeep Wrangler. Isn't that great? It also is going to come with a 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty. Whatever one comes first, 6,000 miles or 6 months, you got a warranty on your engine, transmission, powertrain, all that good stuff on your Jeep. Other than just basic maintenance, you'll be getting done yourself. But the oil change and the maintenance and all that kind of stuff's already been looked at and done here at Rogers Wranglers before you ride off the lot. Okay? So again, here's another one, right? This one was $15,990. $14,590. Now, I got to explain this in detail. This is an in-depth video today for a lot of y'all people out there looking to buy a used Jeep. If you want to get one with no credit check, okay? This is very important, guys and girls. I hope you're watching still, okay? So at Rogers Wranglers, $14,590. They really only like to finance around $10,000 total. That's so your car payments aren't too high. Right? So for a Jeep like this at $14,590, they really want you to put anywhere between $4,500 and $4,000 cash down, right? So if you bring me $4,000 cash down, you can drive off with this Jeep right here. Now, before we go, last but not least, I'm trying to give you as many details as I can on how you can get a Jeep from Rogers Wranglers. Another thing, guys and girls, you need to be a South Carolina resident for this in-house buying program to work. Now, I have to sit down and talk with you. If you live in North Carolina or Georgia, you know, we may make an exception. I don't know. But you need to just come and talk with us. I know there's a lot of people out there that live in different areas that may want to take advantage of these deals. But you just got to call me and we'll sit down and talk and try to figure all this out. But 90% of the time, it's a South Carolina resident that's doing in-house financing, all right? So make sure of that. Here's the other thing. Let's say that you want this green Jeep right here that's around $4,500 down or $4,000 cash down, right? Rogers Wranglers does this, and a lot of these in-house buying dealerships don't do this kind of stuff. They have a $500 deferment program, okay? It's called a pickup payment. So if it requires $4,000 cash down and you have $3,500 cash today, they'll let you take the Jeep as long as you got your full coverage insurance. Then we'll give you 2 to 3 weeks to pay off the rest of the down payment, which is the $500. So 2 weeks from today, $250. The next 2 weeks, $250. Down payment's done. Then your car payments start 2 weeks after that. Isn't that great? So again, if you got a Jeep out here that's even $2,500 cash down, if you got $2,000 cash, that's that $500 deferment payment, okay? Now, if you need a little bit extra on that, let's say you need $750 on a deferment, you need to talk with us, okay? But $500 is, again, pretty much what we do, okay? The little bit extra, it's every once in a while, we'll do that with a customer, okay? So we're here to help you at Rogers Wranglers, guys and girls. You know, if you want a Jeep Wrangler, it is possible to get one. I know they're super popular right now. Everybody wants a Jeep. And they're fun, you know, that's the whole thing. So we're here to help you guys. I mean, there's a reason why Mr. Rod Rogers is putting over 75 to 100 Jeeps in his inventory. First, he knows they're hot right now. Secondly, you got to have a great inventory of them if you really do want to sell them. So we got a little bit of everything out here at Rogers Wranglers. Keep watching the video. We got some highlights coming up. But thank you. Have a great day. I'm Chad in sales. I don't know everything about Jeeps, but I'm learning and I'm having a great time doing it and super happy for the opportunity to be at this dealership out here, learning all about the Jeeps and having a little fun at the same time. We'll see you soon, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.